This is it, the deciding match, game 3 between Hon3ynuts and Sage6. I don't know who actually got faction selection. I forgot to check the VPs, but I imagine it was probably Sage6, and he's gone with R2G3 again after winning that game 2 very convincingly. I think he was like probably about, I think he had about 450 VPs. So yeah, I'd say Sage probably had the faction selection, and he's gone with R2G3. He's getting his cap on. Hon3ynuts going for rifleman again. Not branching out, not making rear echelons. Going to stick to the same strategy he went with in game 2 so far. Maybe considering popping out a elite rifle squad as his third squad. We'll have to wait and see. Sage continues to pump out R2G3, and he's up to 4 squads now. First engagement here, Pioneers versus rear echelons at range. Pioneers probably need to close into close range here. Either way you slice it, it's going to be a slow one. No, it looks like Pioneers are just going to try to stay at max range, try to take as little damage as possible, then disengage. Here comes an R2G3 from the south, and it's going to swing this engagement into Sage's favour. Riflemen are going to gain control of this garrison though here in the centre, this all-important garrison, and it's definitely a good play from Hon3ynuts, getting control of that. This time he is not going for an elite squad as his third squad. Instead just going for a regular third rifleman. Rice Hills closing in close range against this R2G3, and then 101, they should be able to win this one. Looks like Sage acknowledging that, jumps into the garrison to try and stall for time.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Deciding that was enough time wasted there. Doesn't want to take too many more losses, disengages there, and that's a good choice, good time to disengage, because you never know, another rifle squad could be coming down this road. And maybe these guys could have got wiped on retreat, so better safe than sorry. Nice play there from Sage. And that's was desperately trying to get that wipe though with this follow-up rifle squad. Hon3ynuts doing a much better job this game of keeping control of this central garrison. He seems to be stalling Sage's progress, but at the same time he is now training a flamethrower squad. Looks like he's going to send his R2G3 out to try and tank these rifle squads and then shots, and then follow up with the Pioneer squad. And then he'll have a much easier time clearing this garrison after that. And it's doing some pretty good harassment though. Sage's map control is much less dominant than it was in game 1. This time Hon3ynuts going for a lieutenant build instead of the captain. No, it looks like Sage is going north. Does inflict quite a little bleed onto that Pioneer squad as well. So if Sage does want to try and make a play for the central garrison, he's probably going to have to send that Pioneer back for some reinforcements first.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Oh, R2G3 do get a little bit too close, taking a bit of base machine gun fire here. Unsuccessful in wiping that rifle squad. Probably going to be forced to retreat shortly.
Is overrunning one of our capture points.
I know he's going to try to crawl them out of there. Once again, Sage stalling for time in this garrison, but he's not having much success there. He's going to have a nasty retreat path as well. He's got rifles here, rifles up here.
HMG squad ready for action.
I think the lieutenant build was the better choice. And he's actually going for a 50 cal, so this is a major change in the strategy for Hon3ynuts. Maybe this will help stem the tide of Ostrupen. Oh, and down goes the squad there. Nicely done by Hon3ynuts. Late retreat from Sage. listen to that voice acting there. Quality stuff. So, as he did in Game 1, Sage now transitioning into Grenadiers, engaging these riflemen at long range. Riflemen behind heavy cover though. Rifle grenade flushes them out of that and they will retreat. Lieutenant now dispatched to the south. Rifles running straight down the middle, but they're on very low health. Doesn't want to suffer any more bleed at the hands of those Ostrupen. So it looks like Sage is going to make a play for the centre, but he's going to have a bit of trouble because he needs this flamethrower squad there. Otherwise he can't clear this garrison, and Hon3ynuts is doing a pretty good job of keeping control of that. It seems to be one of his key success so far. Here comes the 50 cal. Probably going to set up over here. No, he's going to walk it around to here. Grenadiers, well, how did that... Guy's phasing right through that wall there. Interesting. Rifle grenade tossed there by Sage in hopes of getting the wipe on the lieutenant. Unsuccessful though. Rifle grenades aren't that effective against garrisons. Pioneers try to shut down this harassment here. Jump into the garrison. Here comes a squad of Ostrupen to support, and that's probably going to be too much for these rifles to handle. They should probably disengage.
A capture point is being overrun.
Rifles running straight down the centre, managed to cut Sage off from the southern territories. Ostrupen charging into close range against these rifles. Take quite a bit of damage, and then at close, rifleman more than a match. In fact, he may lose the squad here. No, may still lose it. A lot of bleed there, though. I mean, I know Ostrupen are cheap to reinforce, but it's
overrunning one of our capture points.
Still not what you want to be having. So quite good harassment on Sage's fuel so far, but Hon3ynuts hasn't had excellent resource control himself. He's actually invested in a squad re-echelons for a bit more capping power. He's now going for the AA half-track. Sage, on the other hand, also going with a slightly different strategy this time. Has put down his tech structure. Hasn't built anything from it, but he will need to get a pack out to try and deal with that AA half-track.
Mission complete. We have the sector.
Hon3ynuts just sitting here in the centre, waiting for his AA half-track to arrive. Oh, this could be a wipe here.
Not let up. The enemy, fresh mortar crew
I feel like he needed to keep chasing a little bit further and try to maximise his damage as they're crossing the road there, but it's alright. Grenadiers do manage to get a flank on that 50 cal forcing retreat. Ostrupen do wrest control of that garrison, but there is the AA half-track on the field, and they're probably going to regret jumping in there shortly. Oh, nice rifle grenade. May pick up the lieutenant. Oh, not quite. Down to one man on a sliver of health. May still go down to these Ostrupen. No.
enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
Oh, and that's actually a mortar for Sage. Curious choice. Oh, is he going to try Faust this down? Mass Faust, and he is successful. Wow. Hon3ynuts getting way too aggressive with the AA half-track, running straight into the 3 Fausts.
We are losing a sector.
And that is one thing you do have to burn as Ostrupen.
Officer is awaiting orders.
You don't have to upgrade LMGs onto all of your Grenadiers, so you generally have a bit more munitions to spare. You can afford to burn 3 Panzerfausts to try to take out a vehicle. In fact, you have enough munitions for 3 pence, Faust. It's very rare usually.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Sage now putting down some mines on his cutoff here. I mean, there are 2 re-echelon squads available for sweeping duties though. I mean, it just has to say the word. Upgrade the sweepers. Grenadiers making a push down center. Mortar supporting them nicely. Rifle grenade going into the garrison again. I feel like it's a bit of a waste. 50 cal set up in a good spot here though. Suppresses this squad. Where's the mortar? Mortar needs to get a bit closer to the action. It's not firing at the moment. Flamethrower squad coming in for a flank on the 50 cal though. It's just out of range though. Can't start flaming it down. Now that Hon3ynuts' forces are advancing, they are coming under mortar fire once again. Sprint there, activated by... Oh, I lost Mr. White. It must have been an Ostripan squad. Oh, and re-echelon's probably also going to go down here. Or not. Another rifle grenade from Sage. He's just spamming those things out at the moment.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Still, Sage has had to invest in both of his tech structures, so his armor rush is not going to be quite as potent. I don't know if it even qualifies a rush, really. Looks like Hon3ynuts has spent some fuel, and he is going for a captain. Perhaps going to get another pack outer, which is always a good choice this patch. 50 cal suppressing these squads even behind cover. In fact, they're pinned. Mortar trying to knock it out. Oh, and is successful. Down goes 50 cal. Looks like Hon3ynuts. Oh no, that squad didn't end up getting wiped. So. Never mind. Let's have a look at wipes. Oh, it's an artillery officer that went down, and an Ostripan squad, and he just lost his pioneer. When did that happen? Oh man, I'm missing too much action here, guys. I apologise. .50 cal advances, takes a rifle grenade. Manages to survive somehow though. That looked like a pretty good shot to me. LMG Green's working on these rear echelons. Where's this mortar going? Okay, it looks like he's just going to leave it set up here. Very defensive positioning on that mortar. Means it's firing at max range, less accurate. I think if you put it up here it would be slightly better, closer to the action. Oh, grenadiers may go down here. No, not quite. 50 cal also makes it away on extremely low health. Rifleman charging forwards. I should have vault the wall. There's 3 squads of rifles against one squad of grenadiers and Ostripan. Oh, but the mortar levels the playing field, and just like that, Hon3ynuts ends up losing a squad. There was on 4 men, and the mortar just wrecked it real good. Rifle grenade finishes off that wreck that Hon3ynuts was taking cover behind. Ostripan now making another play for this garrison. No, maybe not. Another rifle grenade. Man, Sage has just used so many, and it looks like he may have used fuel to munitions transfer. No, he has ticked up. He might have used one. I didn't notice it though.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Fighting going on many fronts. Hard to keep track of. 50 cal pinning that squad, and I think Sage is not going to be a hold on in the centre. He's actually finally got his mortar a bit further forwards now. Good to see. And this is facilitated these days because this has now got a gap in it, making retreat paths a lot more friendly for the southern player. Looks like he may lose his mortar here. No. Looks like Hon3ynuts is focusing on this garrison squad instead. He's going to jump out onto this side of the garrison, try and maybe take the long route out. Nope. Going to chance his arm here, and he's found a good time for it as well. Hon3ynuts switches targets. Chasing this thing down, and down goes that Vet 3 R2G3 squad. A nice 50 cal positioning here, suppressing all these squads as they come out of base. Mortars raining down. Oh, what happened up here? Looks like Captain almost went down to that Grenadier squad. 50 cal also having to retreat to the mortar fire, and that frees those Grenadiers to advance. They've got to get up here. This squad needs to get up here and help. Oh, look at that rifle grenade! Whoa! Wipes the squad, almost takes down the other two. Oh man, that was so juicy. Sage has been spamming those all game, and that has to be the best one yet. So Sage is now, after getting all those wipes, going to take a commanding field position. Got a triple cap running, got pretty much every vital resource point under his control. And he's actually going to use that field ammunition, so maybe he has used that before. Very heavy on his infantry play. He's actually got himself a fresh squad of Grenadiers, so he's just going hard into these Grenadiers and using that field munitions to upgrade them all with LMGs, similar to close air support, but instead you get a strong early game with R2G3, replacing the R2G3 with Grenadiers as they die. And I think Hon3ynuts is just doesn't have a good answer for this. He's actually gone for another squad of re-echelons, and he's equipped them all with bars, which is good play. I think Hon3ynuts was in a good spot when his AA half-track came out, but he lost it so quickly since his main issue. Bars trying to knock out this squad on retreat. Doesn't look like they'll be successful. LMG Grens working their way forwards, but this is quite a potent force here with the 50 cal supporting. They've got to be careful. This is a lot of bars. And it's finally making use of all that munitions he had banked up. Squad getting very low, having to retreat. These Grenadiers taking refuge in the garrison, trying to minimize the amount of damage they're taking, allowing the mortar to work on this cluster of forces. 50 cal almost gets wiped there by a rifle grenade, but doesn't, and looks like that's going to be a mass retreat from Sage.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Still, he's in a commanding VP situation. Hon3ynuts down to just 150 VPs, and he's draining fast. Currently suffering a triple cap. Hon3ynuts splitting his forces in two, and he may get the squad here. They're going down so fast. Wow, that squad just dies so quick. Do these guys have two? They do. This squad has 2 bars. In fact, both of them have 2 bars. That's why they're dying so quickly.
We have a mortar team available.
2 bars. That is super nasty. So much DPS, especially at that close of a range. And they end up wiping that squad before Sage even had a chance to react.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Sage now investing in another mortar He doesn't really have a counter to his M10.
The sector has been
It's got to be a bit of a worry for him. This thing is a crushing machine. And it also makes it an issue if Sage wants to go for a...
our territory.
Oh no! It's Teller! Oh, the Teller! Oh no! Oh my god! Oh, Teller ends up wiping a Grenadier squad.
The adversary has slipped to 100 points.
Now Sage cruise that M10. He's going to try and make away with it here. Bazooka squad on the hunt though. And this thing, it does have a damaged engine. It's moving very slowly. Oh, they're sprinting into close range. This thing's getting caught up on this. Looks like they're going to jump in the garrison, get that extra line of sight. Oh, and down goes the M10 at long range to that bazooka.
The enemy has destroyed a panzer.
So that was a pretty bad series of engagements there from Sage. He's lost 2 LMG Grens. And now he's got to worry about these M10s running over all of his infantry. He has fielded a pack now, but I mean, there's nothing for that to shoot at for the moment because Hon3ynuts still very low on fuel. Doesn't have enough to even call in the 80 fuel Wolverine. Oh, and these mortars doing some good damage here. Double mortars. Austere mortar did receive a nerf to its reload rate, I believe, but it's still pretty nice and accurate.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Oh, looks like this squad may go down here in the north. No, they do react. Still, LMG. No, not quite. Very slow on the... We'll live to fight another day.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
So, Hon3ynuts still in a tough spot. Oh, he's going to put down a fighting position. Cute. I mean, that's a... I like this play. He's going to use that, jump in here, make use of those rifle grenades to try and clear this garrison. Quite a manpower efficient way of doing things. Much cheaper than fielding a pack howitzer. And he's really hitting for manpower at the moment, so he's got to do everything he can.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
If Sage's not paying attention, he could lose this Grenadier squad to the next rifle grenade that comes in. Sage's mortars also pretty far forwards now. That's good. Oh, this could be it. No, Sage dodges it nicely down there. Austria been trying to stall these riflemen and their advance through the south, just allowing these mortars to rain down. Oh, and that's a an MG bunker, in fact, from Sage. That's protecting his cutoff and some of this VP. Austria may go down here though. Down to one man. Yep, there they go.
Our brave infantry is dying.
Bit of inattentiveness there from Sage. Ends up costing his Ostroupen squad. Sage can't keep control of this building though. He's got to worry about those rifle grenades. You can actually speed up the recharge rate of these rifle grenades by popping in and out of this garrison. I mean, fighting position. Resets the cooldown of them. Just a cheap little trick there to try and improve your DPS. Ooh, what happened there? Oh, Bart squad got in the back lines. What that mortar? Oh, and this squad may go down here if Sage isn't paying attention. One more rifle grenade. No. Once again. Oh, and lost his pack. Oh, and here comes Wolverine. And these bars, all these bars are just causing Sage all sorts of issues right now. That's a good thing about the bar. They can kind of counter that mortar play. Because you can fire them on the move. They can keep moving, try and dodge those mortars. Oh, look at this. In comes the railway artillery on the center VP because Hon3ynuts is just down to 4 VPs. He desperately needs to hold on to one of these VPs. Ooh. Looks like Sage fired off a Faust there. Looks like he's going to make a play for the central VP again. Probably make a play for the south, and that's exactly where he's going. But at the same time, Hon3ynuts is trying to make a play for the north. MG bunker there shuts that down. Probably could use a smoke grenade, I think. No, he doesn't have the smoke grenades. And here comes the Wolverine, making himself useful. Going to clear out this bunker. So the bunker buster M10 doing all sorts of work for Hon3ynuts. Oh, this mortar's in trouble, and this is double bar lieutenant, so that squad's definitely going to go down. Once again.
We are losing a sector.
Well, I say definitely, but I can't believe it. No, here we go.
We have lost the Granatwerfer squad.
And maybe this is where Sage's no tech strategy is going to come back to bite him. He's got so much fuel in the bank right now, but he doesn't have any tanks. I mean, he could tick all the way to tier 4, maybe get a stern panzer, I suppose, but looks like that M10 took a bit of damage from those packs. Now they're retreating. Doesn't want those falling into enemy hands. The squad also has double bars here in the north, and the behind heavy cover should be able to beat these LMG Grens even at this range. And the rifle grenade. Yep. And is this the comeback? Is this the comeback? Oh, Hon3ynuts down only 4 VP. Sage is in a bit of trouble though. I mean, he's got so much invested in these packs. If you compare like army size, how much are they? 9 population. So that's 18 of his population tied up in these packs. Whereas, yeah, I mean that means army for army. Hon3ynuts is kind of in the lead right now. LMG Grenadiers do win this engagement for the south. Looks like Sage is he's sending this squad to cap. He needs to send that squad to the VP. That's his #1 priority. Sometimes you lose sight of these things in these long games. Doesn't need the fuel at all, and as long as it's neutral, it's not in his opponent's hands, it doesn't really matter. Oh, excuse me. Wolverine coming in for the crush, I thought there. Quickly dissuaded by a few volleys from this pack. And see, I think that was a missed opportunity there. Now he's got to try and siege the squad behind heavy cover. If he just run there straight away, no, he's just going to throw a rifle grenade. It still looks like Hon3ynuts is about to set a triple cap up on Sage. Got this rifle squad here, but they're quite low. Trying to advance they would definitely lose. Looks like the Wolverine's going up there. Maybe he's going to try to get a crush off again. Pack is also moving to the north. But here comes a rear echelon squad from the side with their bars. Pack's in a bit of trouble here. Oh, they dropped one of their bars though. It looks like the rear echelons are on hand to pick it up. Oh, and that's an AA half-track. Late AA half-track for Hon3ynuts. Clears the pack. Wolverine threatens the crush enough to force that green squad away. And that's going to be a pack falling into Hon3ynuts' hands. Oh, look at that mortar shell. Oh, down goes the rear echelon squad, and they drop their bar as well. That green squad should probably pick that up. Here comes the Wolverine for some crushes in the centre, perhaps. Oh, and the Grenadiers do retreat before even picking that bar up. Now they're trying to cap the southern VP. Wolverine's on the prowl. He's gone for the crushes. He knows what he's good for. AA half-track pinning Sage into his base right now. Pack sets up, gets one shot off. Has he ticked up any? Okay, he has ticked up, so he could field himself something from tier 3. But his opponent does have a bit of AT in the bank right now with the Wolverine and the stolen pack.
Our territory.
And of course he's pretty close to being able to afford another Wolverine, so Sage has used another fuel to munitions transfer. But he's very low on manpower right now. And if we look at army size, we see Hon3ynuts so far in the lead after stealing that pack. Did he steal the mortar as well? Is it? No, it's still down here.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Oh, Vic 3 on this mortar. 17 kills. I am impressed. Color me impressed. Has Sage thrown this game away right here? He just needs 4 VPs. Looks like Hon3ynuts is trying to camp squads at every VP. He's got to be ready. He's got to be ready from sieges from all sides. Packs of actually, Sage has invested in another pack. Kind of confusing to me. Looks like he's going to make a push for the center. Where's that? 50 cal. 50 cal is actually returning to the front lines. Looks like he's going to try to use that to cover the center VP. Rough grenade forces the lieutenant off. Masses of grenadiers coming straight down the center. They're about to get suppressed by both the 50 cal and the AA half track. One shot goes off from the pack. Misses.
We have 300 points remaining.
All these squads getting blasted by suppression. Double rifle grenade unsuccessful in clearing the 50 cal though. Here comes a bar squad from the side. Oh, he's going to use railway artillery right here. Oh, and the 50 cal just gets away. It almost went down there. Wow.
We are
If
losing a
that
sector.
just connected with him. I feel like Sage maybe could have been better served by grouping his 2 packs together rather than splitting them from 2 angles.
Has broken our supply lines.
Oh yeah, there it goes anyway. Because the AA half track can only take 2 pack shots, so by grouping them together he has a higher chance of knocking that out in one fell swoop rather than preying on 2 shots connecting individually. So the AA half track is a bit of a blow to Hon3ynuts, but he still seems to have the larger army right now. He's actually filled himself another 50 cal, which is good if you're trying to hold into these VPs. You need those sources of suppression to try to lock them down. Sage fires another rifle grenade.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Lieutenant charging straight down the center, putting some pressure on these packs. They're trying to get to safety, and they've only got this tiny little gate to get through. Taking quite a lot of damage on their way through it. Oh, rifle grenade. Oh, almost gets the white mortar shell. How did that not wipe their squad? Oh my god. Oh, he decrews it. He's trying to get the wipe. MLG plays.
Their team is
Doesn't manage to do it though. Oh, it's so close. Oh, that was so awesome though. Jumping out of that Wolverine, trying to get the kill on the mortar. Sage still has just a huge mountain of fuel in his bank. I just don't understand why he built another pack instead of building his tech structure and getting a tank out. I suppose it is, I mean, it's cheap in terms of fuel, but it doesn't seem to be working out for him too well. Just spamming rifle grenades. He doesn't have to worry. He's got that fuel to munitions transfer. He's actually fueled himself a fresh MG42. And needs to get this mortar blasting away at that 50 cal, locking him down. So he continues to just throw squads straight down the center time and time again. It hasn't been working out for him. Now he's finally going to send 2 squads to the south. And this is a good window opportunity. Maybe you can get it done here. Nope. They have to retreat. Probably will be successful with these two grenadiers in the south though. I think that squad's even going to go down here. And he drops one of his bars as well. That's bad news for Hon3ynuts. All these guys getting so close. Just going to spam grenades at this. And they do. They clear that MG42. And in fact, he's going to steal that as well. So it's going to be an MG for every corner of the map now. Unless he lost. Did he lose that? I guess that MG in the center must have got destroyed because he's only got two.
MG42 team is ready.
Oh, and Sage is fielding himself another MG42. He's managed to cap this one in the south. He needs another VP. Looks like he's making a play for the north, but once again he's stopping at this fuel point. He doesn't need the fuel. He needs the VPs. He just came around this way. I think he could clear the arc of that 50 cal and probably get it out of there with a rifle grenade. But he's just capping the fuel. I don't understand it. 3 of the crush there, enough to force that squad away. Vehicle crew hops out to try to do the capping. Looks like Sage is sending his packs down there now. He's also sending his MG42. But here come a lot of bars, both in rear echelon and rifleman form. In goes a grenade. MG42 is going to get quite low from that. Oh, grenade at the north as well. Ends up wiping that green squad. Packs out of position here. Oh, and he just managed to dodge that rifle grenade on the vehicle crew. Pack gets a shot off on the Wolverine, takes a Faust. Still, these packs are out of position now. A lot of bars swirling in from every side. Oh, is he going to lose this pack now? Yep. Wow. Well, Sage tried to do this without tanks, but didn't seem to work. Hon3ynuts did some really good plays with this Wolverine, forced some retreats with the threat of the crush. Did also some nice capping with it. Some good play using these 50 cals. And it looks like he's going to crawl his way back into this game. Sage's army is quite low now. He's just hasn't had much success with all his attempts to get out of base. You can usually get one VP under his control, but not all 3. And that's a bulldozer, in fact, for Hon3ynuts. Oh, could this be it? No, that squad's pinned. He's desperately trying to neutralize this one in the center. And the bulldozer doesn't care. He's just going straight into the base. He's had enough of these mortars. Well, that was such a tight game. So well played by both players. I think Sage, kind of not ticking, ended up biting him in the end. He had such a good lead there, and now just slowly slipped away from him. As for Hon3ynuts, he switched up his strategy quite massively in the third game and ended up netting himself a victory. So GG, Hon3ynuts will advance to round 3.